Well, hello, y'all. I'm at home. I had today's Monday, May 1st. This is kind of I guess a beginning of the end. Uh, I had an oral uh, I had an oral surgery today. They had to cut this thing out of my mouth, and I saw my ENT doctor this morning. It's a beautiful day. It couldn't have asked for a prettier day. Not quite 70 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. The wind's blowing. Breeze kind of makes you feel a little chilly, but other than that, it's a beautiful day. Uh, I'm still a little woozy from the. I got a little pain going on where they cut that thing out. I had the anesthesia or whatever, or the pain deadener or whatever it was they used. It's kind of wearing off. So, yeah, it kind of hurts a little bit, but also had a death. Somebody that I grew up with. Um, she was like another mom to me. She passed away this past week. The funeral is this coming Thursday, so I'll be here for that also. But yeah, I'm going to be starting a new job probably either Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to be taking this truck back probably Friday. I'll probably leave here Friday. Take the truck back out there. I'm going to have a friend meet me out there in Arkansas, and we're going to come back. Or I'll figure it out. I got to nail that down still. But I'm gonna say this: don't stay if you're unhappy with a company. Don't stay there too. You ain't got to stay there out of loyalty. I stayed with this company out of loyalty, pure and simple. When I came back to work for them back in October, they were very good to me. They were very good to me up until I came back. I had surgery last year. They called, and you know, I honestly think they thought I was gonna die. That I wasn't gonna make it through the surgery. They called, prayed for me and all that before the day before the surgery. The night was actually late afternoon. They were getting ready to do all my tests and everything the night before the surgery. I had CT scans, and I had MRIs, and I had X-rays, and I had all these blood. I had all this stuff I had to do. And they called her and all that, and they all went around the room and just wished me the best, and just told me how great I was, and how much they thought of me and all this stuff. And I appreciate all that. I do. It's not like I don't. They were very good to me when I first started, all the way up until that point. They were very good to me. I couldn't have asked for a better company to come to work for at the time. I was out for 5 months, and when I came back in October, I don't think they wanted me back. Man, it's windy out here. I'm gonna show y'all the name of the company right here. I've been hiding it for a long time, but that's it. I've been hiding. It's a little chilly out here. Let me get back in my car. But I wanted to show y'all how pretty a day it was. But don't ever feel like you got to stay at a company because of that. They did me real good all the way up until I left, because I had my sister that passed away. I had the whole thing with my sister going on in January of 2022, and they got me home, and they allowed me to stay home to take care of. I was home for several weeks, and I mean they didn't make no bones about it. They were very great. And then it was about 6 weeks after my sister passed away, I found out about my back. All right, and they were supportive. I mean, everything was great. All right. I kept them in the loop. If my mouth looks kind of funny, that's just because I had that. It's probably swollen over. I think it's swollen this side. You can kind of tell it's a little funny shape right there. I'm still a little woozy, but anyway, I wish they had been more honest. Honestly, they talk about how they're a Christian company and all this, and I'm not saying they're not. Okay, That's not what I'm trying to say. But I believe they should have been a little bit more honest. I'm a grown man, and I don't mind taking harsh truths. I'm a big boy enough to take that. If they had told me in July or August or September or whatever, man, we appreciate everything you did. Cause I used to run some serious miles because it was during all that COVID and we was able to just run wide open and everything else. I was really turning some serious miles, and I was running more miles than anybody here. And so when I came back, everything was different, and they didn't, even though my DOT physical was still good when I came back in October, they never said, hey, we really need you to do a DOT physical before you come back to work. I almost did one. I think mine was still good until December. This was like October, and then, never said anything. So I figured, well, I can go back to work because I had a lot of stuff. I was working through a lot of stuff with my personal trainer. I was just trying to get back to work. I had a lot of mental issues as far as my physical abilities and that type of thing, and I was working through all that. So my DOT physical kind of took a back seat. All right, now when I get back, they tell me, they flew me back out there and the whole deal. And then I get out there, and they're telling me, boy, you need a DOT physical before you can even drive. And I mean, I didn't. All I had was like enough clothes to get me through a couple of days. Cause the thing was, I was supposed to fly out there to Arkansas, get back in my truck, get a load back to Georgia, so I could come home and get all my stuff and repack my truck. Cause I didn't bring any stuff. I couldn't bring up stuff even on the plane. Well, they were telling me that I couldn't even drive the truck off the lot, even to go get something to eat. I knew right then that I needed to find another job. And I actually looked for another job that day. And the only reason I stayed here was out of loyalty to these people. That was it. Pure and simple. Don't ever feel like you got to stay the company out of that, because they don't care. They just flat out don't care. These companies, they kind of forgot where they came from. When I first came here, they only had like 25, 30 trucks. Now they got like 60. And you would think they'd have the way they act, you would think they'd have 6,000 the way they act. We're not trying to be a corporate company while you're trying to be a corporate company. So I'm letting them have all that. I done found something else. But don't feel like you got to stay somewhere out of pure loyalty because they did you right or whatever. Because they've been cutting into my money. I found out today that I can get insurance on my own. I don't really need the insurance here, even though the insurance here has done me real well. I probably could still keep this insurance, and just pay for it myself. And that may be an option. I don't know, but that's been a couple of reasons why I've stayed here as long as out of loyalty, mainly loyalty, and the benefits. And I was thinking, well, we had such a good relationship before, but The way my dispatcher, the way they've disrespected me, especially after all I've done, you know, running, when the chips were down and they didn't have anybody else to be able to do a load, I used to get back at the yard and, man, we got this load going to Seattle, man. How fast can you get there? Nobody, they knew no one else could do it. And I busted it up there. And then got a load and came back. Almost as quick. But I wasn't trying to kill it to get up there because it was under the COVID thing. And that's why I say that whole thing about all these DOT rules are just a bunch of bull crap. It's just, it's only good when it's good for them. When they need an emergency, when they need a truck driver to save the day, then it's all bets are off. They can take out. So it's either safe or it's not. That's a whole nother story. But I'm gonna be leaving here probably Friday. I'm on. Today's Monday. Probably either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm gonna clean all my stuff out, and then I'm on Friday. Cause I get paid Friday, and I'm having to kind of work this. Make sure I get paid because these companies they'll take your money. This company here is one of them. I've sat here and watched them. People quit. Now I've given 2-week notices to companies before, and they've done me right. But this company right here, I've sat here and watched them how they, people quit and they turn around and try to charge them for fuel, for out of route, and man, you know what? I planned it in a way that I'm gonna get my money, and once I get my money, I'll bring the truck back to you. I planned it that way. I'm having to look out for myself on that. That's not anything dishonest or anything. It's just me looking out for me. I got burned by a company back in 2020. I'm still looking at how I might be able to rectify that situation. They actually paid me on Friday, and it was after taxes and benefits and everything. It was close to $2,000. That was a after taxes. I brought home almost $2,000. I think I had like a it was probably between $2,500 and $3,000 a week. Because I was making good money with them folks, but the truck stayed broke down, and if I could have stayed running all the time, I'd have stayed with them. But they were shysters too. But they paid me on Friday. I took the truck back up there to them on Friday. On Monday morning, they took the money back out of my account because it was direct deposit. I still don't know how legally they could do that. I talked to my bank, and they said it was somehow by the way it's coded, because of the way they did it. If you're doing direct deposit, make sure, go to your bank and make sure that they're not coding their direct deposit in a way that they can take your money out, because this company here did. And I called everybody I could about that, and everybody told me that there was nothing I could do because of the way it was done, because of the way it was done in my account. And I'm like, well, it's still theft. I work for it, and it'd be no different than me going to a restaurant on Friday, paying for it, and then over the weekend I decide, well, you know what, I didn't like the meal. There was something about I like the meal, and then Monday take the money. It's still theft. I don't care how you word it, how you look at it. That's theft. So I'm once I get myself kind of going again, I might look into. I might have another avenue to really go after them about that, and I'd get paid for real. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is just don't stay with a company. Well, if they're starting to treat you like crap, talk down to you, disrespect you, and all that, it's time to either they need to fix their situation, or you need to fix your situation. And if you got a good driving record and you got experience, then I'm not trying to say job hop, but you need to find a company that will treat you right, will do right. This company here was doing all that when I first started, but they changed 180 degrees from the time I left to to the time I came back. Those 5 months, you know. And, you know, actions speak louder than words. And when you tell me I can't even drive a truck off the lot, you know, I done drove many thousands of miles, for hundreds of thousands of miles for y'all, but you're gonna tell me I just came back from surgery and I can't drive it off the lot just to drive it down the street to get me something to eat? Well, I should have left that day. That's what I should have done. And I wish now I had, because we could have saved each other. And I wish they had been more upfront and just told me, look, we don't think you're gonna be the same. We don't think you're gonna be the same, even though I'm actually better physically. Because I was in so much pain beforehand. It's a wonder that I was even able to drive. When I came back, I was stronger. I didn't have the pain. I was in, you know, and I've gotten stronger since then. So, but like I said, I stayed here out of loyalty, and I should have left that. I should have just grabbed my stuff. I should have called my friend that day and just told him, hey, come pick me up, man. I should have just left that day, you know. But anyway, I just want to say that I'm going to be starting this new job Friday. I mean, probably Monday. I got about 3 or 4 jobs to pick from. I've kind of narrowed it down to, I think I know the one I'm gonna go with. But that's just gonna be a means to an end, because I want to start my own business, and that's gonna be really the only reason I'm doing this, is to do that. You know, I'm just about done with all this driving bit, with all the regulations. You know, just being gone all the time, living on the road. It's to me, it's just, for me personally, it's not worth it no more. And I want to do something else where I can be home and have a life. And I've paid my dues on the road, and it's time to move on. So anyway, I wish y'all luck. I'm still trying to kind of recover a little bit. You can kind of see the shape of my mouth, but I got stitches all inside my mouth right now. It's supposed to dissolve, but I'm working on getting myself better. My ENT doctor, they gave me a bunch of medicine to attack the I got fluid behind my ear, on my left ear. We're gonna try to work on it like that way, and I gotta do some things, some nasal spray to get it from the inside, and there's several things I gotta do. If you don't do anything in about a month or so, then they may have to go in there and put tubes in. So I'm hoping they don't have to do that. So, but I gotta get my hearing, because it's very muffled. So anyway, I just wanted to give y'all a quick update. You know, almost 20 minutes, but you know, that's what's going on. I'm just here at the house chilling. They actually got me home. I was supposed to be home Saturday. I put in to be home Saturday. He got me home Friday night. Finally got me a load delivering right here, close to where I live, within 5 or 10 minutes of where I live. And you know, I don't know why they hadn't done that forever. And they also had why they've been getting on me. They let some of these other drivers do what they're getting on to me about. And I'm like, you know, just tell me you don't want me here, man. You know, just tell me you don't want me here. And you know, because I think they're going more to a local, regional thing, and I live here in Georgia, and that's what I'm saying. They should have been honest with me back then. They should have told me, hey, we've restructured. I mean, this is the conversation they really should have had with me. Hey, man, we love you, man. We appreciate everything you've done for us. You know, this is kind of where we just want to have a serious, you know, breakdown conversation with you. You know, and I believe they should have known that I was big enough that I could have had this conversation with them. You know, hey man, you know, we're getting ready to open cold storage. You know, we kind of restructured things. We're looking more of a local, regional run type thing. We appreciate everything you've done, but you know, you live in Georgia. It's probably not gonna work out. You know, something going down that path. That's the conversation we should have had. And they didn't do that. And they bring me back, and they treated me like crap from day one. and I put up with it since October, and really, it's really been heavy since the early part of February, end of January, first part of February. And I've told them many times, anybody else would quit already. And they fixing to see. I'm fixing to take the truck back out there to them this weekend. So anyway, I just want to give this update for those that do care, and I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the ones that do watch, and we'll see y'all again sometime whenever we get this thing going, get this new job going, and I'm gonna be working towards getting this business going. So I'll keep y'all in the loop on that. So y'all take care of yourselves. See ya.